More and more people are waking up each day to the reality that our brains need meditation like our bodies need exercise. Meditation is no longer something that will get you laughed at like it used to, ask me how I know, or something that is reserved only for Buddhist monks meditating in Himalayan temples. Meditation is a high-performance behavior for people who want to be happy. Simple as that. And if 100 million more people learned meditation, the world would be better for it. But despite all the progress meditation has made in bleeding into the mainstream, there are still many misconceptions that stop people from getting the full benefits of meditation, like the importance of identifying the right type of meditation for your brain and your goals, or even knowing that you have a choice in the first place of what type of meditation to do. Meditation is something steeped in dogma coming from strict oral traditions, shared in hundreds of different cultures that add to the mysticism of this practice. To get the best meditation training, you need to travel halfway across the world, devote yourself entirely, and often learn a language that has words to describe various states of consciousness that simply don't exist as words in English. Now, that hasn't stopped 500 million people around the world from learning meditation and using this as a modern tool to live more present, focused, and happier lives. But there are still myths that get in the way of people getting results with meditation, like how long do you have to meditate? Who can and who can't meditate? Is there only one form of meditation, and do you have to meditate forever? And whatever has stopped you from making this a habit that supports you every single day. To help make sense of meditation and help you get the most benefits out of the time you spend meditating, I think it's important to know that the truth is that the hundreds of different schools of meditation can be broadly categorized in two ways. Meditation types that decondition your mind, and meditation that creates the kind of brain that you want to have. Now, this is a mass simplification, especially if you've studied a lot of meditation. But if you're new to meditation or you simply haven't managed to make it a daily habit yet, these two lessons are from two mentors of mine that have changed the way that I'll think about meditation forever. Mentor number one is Dr. Jeffrey Martin, who is a serial entrepreneur and the current president of the California Institute for Human Science. And he's the founder for the Center for the Study of Non-Symbolic Consciousness. I helped Jeffrey grow his scientifically validated meditation program, Finder's Course, which is a citizen science project used to map the various locations of consciousness and identify the best types of meditations to help people experience a profound shift in consciousness. What they found was that different types of meditation work best for different brains, and as your brain changes, different meditation methods will work better for you now versus than before. Methods that didn't work once may provide more meaningful results as your brain changes. And there are not levels to meditation or consciousness, but instead locations which can be reliably transitioned into, and each have their different strengths and weaknesses depending on what you want. And do you know what they discovered was the biggest needle mover for transitioning someone's consciousness from one location to another? The answer is long meditation sessions with a method that works best for them and their brain. For most people, it's a form of body scanning, and that's what works best for me, where you move your awareness around points in your body and noting as the sensation passes, leading to relief and relaxation. They found that sessions need to be 44 minutes or longer to have a permanent and significant impact on your location of consciousness from that session onward, which may sound like a lot, but the amazing thing is that when you do this for 1 to 6 weeks, you actually don't have to meditate daily after that. Instead, you'll experience a significant and persistent transition to a non-symbolic state of consciousness. Now, 44 minutes is still a tall order for most people, and most people just aren't going to do that. And so they paired this practice with a meditation stack that includes the most powerful methods from modern positive psychology to personal growth best practices like visualization. And for some people, this was enough to transition them into a persistent non-symbolic state of consciousness, which is why if you want to get more benefits from meditation in less time, this is actually the best place for you to start and get this habit under your belt first with a meditation stack. Which brings me to mentor number two. Mentor number two is Vishen Lakhiani. Vishen Lakhiani is the founder of Mindvalley and was my mentor from 2014 to 2016, wherein I was the growth lead at Mindvalley, responsible for working with authors, launching meditation programs to tens of millions of people a month. And ultimately, I was tasked with launching Vishen's first book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, which became an instant New York Times bestseller. And as popular as his first book was, there's something else Vishen created that was even more viral: his 6-phase meditation. At the time, this was an internal meditation track used by employees at Mindvalley that you could find on our app Omvana if you knew where to look for it. It was the first time that I experienced a meditation with distinct phases to it. Now, 6-phase meditation is now a best-selling book itself, and the meditation of choice to musicians like Grammy Award-winning musician Miguel, athletes like the football player Tony Gonzalez or basketball player Reggie Jackson. And the reason it is so popular is because it takes meditation out of the realm of this complicated, often long and, well, difficult thing to do, and transforms it into something that can have a meaningful impact on your day and your brain with lasting benefits in just minutes a day. Because once you experience a tangible shift with this practice, it becomes a lot easier to convince yourself to stick to it, because it actually works and it doesn't take monk-like levels of discipline to start seeing the results and frame your day up for the best experience possible. Now, having this perspective, I'm going to teach you a protocol that I recommend for your very first meditation stack. Stacks are great because most people's lives are complicated. And for most people, meditation can become just something else that complicates life, which is why now I'll teach you a stack that makes meditation simple. So the more complicated your life becomes, the more you can lean on this simple practice and get it to work for you. This meditation stack is designed to take 10 minutes and can be done first thing in the morning or last thing in bed at night, or ideally both. So here it is. Step 1, 4 deep breaths. This takes 1 minute. Step 2, gratitude and appreciation. This takes 2 minutes. Forgiveness. This takes 1 minute. Step 4, loving kindness or metta meditation. This takes 3 minutes. And step 5, visualization. This also takes 3 minutes. I'll also put the details in the description below and a guided meditation MP3 of me walking you through this exact stack with binaural beats to help you sink into this state as well. So if you want to skip steps and just try this out for yourself, go ahead and grab that MP3 now and load it up. Or stick with me for a few more minutes and I'll teach you why each step is so important. If you add up each phase of this meditation, it takes 10 minutes to do, but it really takes less than that to learn. So let's get right into it. Step 1, 4 deep breaths. This step takes 1 minute, and you want each meditation to start the same exact way with 4 deep breaths. Why? Because it's faster than trying to think yourself to peace. Instead, use deep breathing as your signal that your meditation has started and shift your body, your physiology before your mind. I know for me, once I get into an overstimulated, hypervigilant, fight or flight mode, I need something physical to shift me, and no amount of positive thinking is going to do it. I'm already too worked up. I need something that's going to make my body feel different so that I can start to think differently. So I breathe. It hardly takes any thought, and the effect is immediate. And then from there, I can gain better mental footing for the rest of the meditation. Breath is the most direct link to your nervous system and how you feel in this moment beyond your state. The most important detail to these 4 deep breaths to make them meditative is to make each exhale twice as long as each inhale. That is the signal to your body that it's safe to rest. We're not usually in physical danger, but we often perceive that we are in danger emotionally, financially, socially, whatever it is. But breaths with longer exhales than inhales are a luxury that we have evolved to associate with it being safe to breathe, being safe to rest where we are. And it works both ways. By focusing on your breath for 4 deep breaths, you signal to the rest of your body that you're safe to be, and your nervous system will unwind from there on its own once you've made this shift and set this intention. The ideal breath count for a meditative breath is like this. You want a 4-second inhale, a 3-second hold, and a 7-second exhale. In the hold in between, you're simply pausing without inhaling or exhaling before finally exhaling, and each breath should take 14 seconds. Just repeat this cycle for a total of 4 breaths, and that tells your body that it is time for a quick meditation. After your 4 breaths, then you can shift your focus to the second step. The second step is gratitude and appreciation, and this step takes 2 minutes. So now that you're centered, it's going to be easier to direct your mind and establish the habits that you want to reinforce, the kind of brain that you want to have every single day without trying. So your breath centers you. Now you need to shift yourself from a neutral or even negative state into a positive one. And the best way to do that is to focus on the feeling of gratitude for 3 different things in your life. And the reason why is because it's impossible to be stressed or anxious or in any sort of negative state and grateful at the same time. So, what you choose to be grateful for can be as simple and as small as gratitude for a glass of water, or for your home, or for your family, or your friends, or your partner. Could be for a cup of coffee. There's plenty to be grateful for, so choose a mix of big and small. And the reason why you are doing this is because learning how to recognize the good in any state, even when things feel bad, is a muscle that you're working in this exercise. When you think of one of these things you feel grateful for, focus on that feeling of what gratitude is like for this. Focus on the impact that it or they, have on your life and how it makes you feel, where you feel it in your body, and then appreciate it. So this second step to gratitude, appreciation, is the most important step because it takes your gratitude and it amplifies it 2-3 times, taking you from a small positive shift to a great positive shift, allowing you to get better at highlighting the positive in your life and expanding it outwards. And you do this by focusing on the feeling of gratitude and your body, where it shows up for you. For me, it's often in my chest, wherever it shows up for you physically. And then imagine what it would feel like if you were 3 times as grateful for it. So recognize that feeling and then imagining what would it feel like if it was bigger, if it was greater, as if the feeling of gratitude expanded beyond you and beyond your body. And then just sit with that feeling for a few moments. And then do this 3 times in total, 1 for each of the things or people or places or whatever that you're grateful for. And this should only take 2 minutes or less. Then you're ready for step 3, 4 minutes into your meditation. Step 3 is forgiveness, which takes 1 minute. Now, forgiveness is probably not something you've consciously practiced before, but the main thing here is just understanding your intention. The way you forgive in a meditation practice is simply by setting your intention to forgive others and yourself for the next minute. This can be unusual at first, but give it a try. Think of those who have harmed you or slighted you or even slightly agitated you. I know for me, even still, my reaction when I'm in a good place is to think that I have nothing to forgive, that I'm not a victim. But think about every time something slightly agitates you throughout the day, but not enough to bring up. Or when you misinterpret something and it affects you, but you realize it's not actually worth feeling that way over, despite this tiny infraction or slight that you feel inside. When you add up dozens of moments like this throughout the day and watch them stack up over the week, this becomes a drain on your energy that you need to let go of with forgiveness. That's how you let go of that drain. Plus, there are actual traumas and offenses that need to be forgiven. If you have those, you know what they are and you know how they affect you. So many struggle with forgiveness at this stage because they believe that in order to forgive someone or something, they have to be fully over it. They have to be fully enlightened from that experience. Or that in forgiving this person or instance, they have to admit they were hurt, when really, forgiveness is not about that. The point of this exercise is to forgive even if what happened doesn't need forgiveness. It's not about justifying your feelings or reactions or what has happened, but instead acknowledging that you had these feelings, that you had these reactions, that you felt this way in your body. And this is just your time to go out of your way proactively and forgive them and forgive yourself for this thing that's happened. So set your intention to forgive and let go of all the little bite-sized grudges or slights that have built up over time. These totally natural parts of being a human who maybe didn't have enough coffee one day, whatever it happens to be. These things don't have to be massive betrayals or moments of self-sabotage. Just forgive everything and everyone that comes to mind when you set this intention, because they come to mind for a reason. And then after all that, lastly, forgive yourself for anything that comes to mind. Not that you need forgiveness or that it's even required, but just to go out of your way in this moment to provide yourself some extra grace today and create a willingness to do new things and old things in new ways. The science of forgiveness is actually very clear that when someone procrastinates something and then forgives themselves fully for that behavior, they are more likely to actually do the thing they set out to do next time because they forgave themselves, because of this one simple exercise that only takes 1 minute to do. So after you take 1 minute to forgive yourself and others, then you're ready for step 4, which is loving kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation. This is the longest phase of your meditation because it has 3 phases itself. But just stick with me because this is actually one of the most powerful ones. This meditation comes from the Buddhist tradition, and the purpose of this meditation is to become even more positively charged and also expand that intention from yourself to others to all beings. So just follow with me for a second. The expansion of consciousness at this stage can help you shift your focus of your meditation from yourself to others, which creates a state of selfless, momentary transcendence. In the same way that it's impossible to be in a negative state and grateful at the same time, it's also impossible to be anxious or worried about yourself in some way while also being focused on others. You just can't do it if you're truly focusing on others, how they feel, what it would be like to be in their shoes, wishing them something better. You can't think about yourself at the same time. Focusing on others transcends focus on the self. Now, what's interesting about metta meditation or loving kindness meditation is that unlike methods like mindfulness, noting, or focal point meditation, where you focus the mind and calm the mind by not allowing it to wander off in any sort of direction, loving kindness or metta meditation has a significant impact on calming your body, your physiology. So traditionally, this meditation is done with this mantra: may I be happy, may I be well, may I be comfortable, and may I be at peace. So while thinking this, imagine yourself, feel each word, and repeat this phrase to yourself 3 times. May I be happy, may I be well, may I be comfortable, may I be at peace. Then continue by shifting your focus to others, thinking, may we be happy, may we be well, may we be comfortable, may we be at peace. This time bringing to mind everyone around you, your family, your friends, your community, your coworkers, even your pets. And then lastly, in the 3rd phase, may all beings be happy, may all beings be well, may all beings be comfortable, and may all beings be at peace. This shift from yourself to others to all beings expands this intention outward, and visualize it moving through you, through your family, through your city, your country, your continent, even encompassing the entire planet, viewing all of life on Earth from space. So here's the interesting thing about metta meditation, where we can deviate from the norm a bit. So instead of saying, may we be happy, well, comfortable, and at peace, you can replace these 4 qualities with 4 qualities or characteristics that you want to affirm in your life today. So qualities that you want more of for yourself and for others. They can be the same or a mix or something entirely new. For example, may I be happy, calm, confident, and strong. May we be happy, calm, confident, and strong. May all beings be happy, calm, confident, strong. There's really no wrong answers here. So just search yourself on what feels best for you and then focus on that for yourself, for others, and then for all beings. Again, you can spend up to 1 minute on each phase of this meditation for a total of 3 minutes for this phase. Then you're ready to finish up your meditation by shifting into visualization. The final phase of this meditation is visualization that goes for up to 3 minutes. But if I have the extra time, I'd like to continue this phase for as long as it feels good, because often it's by this point that I've earned a feeling of peace and calm that I like to stay with if I can. I don't always have that, right? And by getting this far in the meditation, I've actually found that place. And then visualization is a great way to spend more time here and keep it going and deepen into the benefits of this meditation. While the other phases of this meditation can help you get back to a neutral place, shift to the positive, and amplify and deepen that and expand it to others, this final phase of the meditation is about unfolding this state into the rest of your day and priming your consciousness with a blueprint for what you actually want to happen and what you choose to happen today. See, every day you have the ability to create what you want, but so rarely do we get clear on what we want every single day and give our subconscious, all of our parts, that direction. Which is why the last phase of this meditation protocol involves visualizing your day following from this moment forward. So to do this, simply imagine with your eyes closed yourself standing up from where you are when you're doing the meditation, and then naturally going into whatever you intend to do after watching this video or after doing this meditation yourself. Imagine all the parts of your day going as well as possible. Imagine how you feel while doing them. Imagine the look on your face as your day goes as well as you can picture. Then imagine yourself going into the next thing having lunch or meeting with your partner or going out for dinner or seeing a movie or whatever it happens to be. Imagine yourself going through those motions and bring to mind the other people involved and how they feel too as you go through your perfect day. Continue to do this for the entirety of your day, ending with you in your bed, with the visualization of you having a satisfied look on your face, laying in bed from a day well lived. Feel free to linger through any of these phases of your ideal day and to spend as much time going over each detail of your day from your perspective, from a third-party perspective somewhere in the room, watching yourself go through this, the perspective of other people, and even the Gestalt perspective, if you're familiar with that, of your goals themselves, imagining what it's like to be your goals as you accomplish them. It's a bit of an interesting one, but doing this can have profound effects. And beyond just centering yourself and shifting into the positive and expanding that, now you're priming all this energy to go and do something, giving yourself a clear direction for what you want to create today. So have fun with this phase and follow what feels good. And when you've completed this visualization of your day going the way you intend, this meditation protocol is done. And that's it. Now, if you're new to meditation or you haven't practiced it much yourself, this can and will often sound like a lot of new information. I know it was for me over a decade ago when I learned how to do this. The good news is it doesn't change much from here. Once you master this short practice, it can have a profound effect on today and every day going forward. So if you need to go back to the first phase of this meditation, go back and reference and listen again and just pick up on any details you missed the first time and try to practice as you listen. If you just memorize this protocol, these 5 short phases, and practice it for 10 minutes a day, you'll notice an immediate shift in your consciousness the day you start, which hopefully is today. And then that will continue to deepen every day you do this over the course of a week or a month. With this protocol, you're benefiting from some of the best and most impactful practices from modern meditation, positive psychology, and ancient wisdom practices, and you're getting all these benefits in just 10 minutes. After just a few short days, this meditation can positively alter your outlook on life and even change how you feel moment to moment to moment in a way that even others can begin to notice. And over time, it will help you build a better brain that doesn't need meditation to get back to center and get turned to a positive state. So give this a try and make this your own. Use this protocol to show yourself that meditation can be something quick and effective if you spend your time efficiently. Because meditation doesn't have to be complicated, time-consuming, or something reserved for the spiritually elite. It's a tool for humans, one that can shape your mind just like exercise shapes your body. And now that you have this 10-minute stack, the next step is simple. Just try it. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. And to make that easy for you, I've recorded a guided version of this meditation you can follow with binaural beats in the background that will help you sink into these states faster. You'll find that MP3 in the description below. Go ahead and download that, just hit play and get started. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel the shifts of this protocol. And if you like this meditation, drop your experience in the comments below and let me and others know what it was like for you. And if you found any customizations that make this more your own, help you get even more out of this practice, drop those as well, and we can all build a recipe and a meditation that we enjoy doing every single day. So go ahead and do that. Head to the description and grab the guided meditation protocol below, and then let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you there.